Well, hello there, everybody. This is the Comedy Thief, and you're watching Funny Old Guys.
Hey, that always cuts out.
Wow! Woohoo! Well, we tell
Coffee or
jokes.
bugler.
We have so much fun, and I'm on steroids right now. But anyway, Dr. Fatpacker, say hello to our wonderful video audience.
Well, guten Tag, everybody. So nice that you're joining us today. I really appreciate that.
And below me is Homeless Charlie. Homeless Charlie in the wintertime wears this wig. It keeps his ears warm. Isn't that right, Charlie?
Yes, sir.
And we love your mustache, too. We want to
Thank
pass
you.
that along. So say hello to our wonderful crowds across video land.
Well, welcome to our wonderful crowds across video land.
Okay, good. Now, what we do, folks, is we tell jokes. You laugh. You know the routine. But before we do, we have a point of conversation among the three of us. And the point of conversation today, Dr. Fatpacker, is you're in Alaska. Your very best friend falls into a 200-foot deep ice ravine. That's it. At that big, that slice into the. Anyway, what the heck do you do?
Oh my goodness. Well, the first thing I'd have to do was just yell down to him to make sure he was okay.
Yeah.
And if I didn't get an answer, I would say, "Can I have your car?"
How nice, how thoughtful, how loving. Homeless Charlie, your very best friend in Alaska falls into a 200-foot deep ice ravine. What do you do?
First of all, that would be awful, but at my age, I don't think there's a damn thing I could do to help him. So I tell him to call 911.
Oh.
Well, that's wonderful. Anyway, what I would do if my very best friend fell into a 200-foot deep ice ravine, the first thing is, like you, Homeless Charlie, I'm not going down there. So, as an alternative, I would try to convince him via hand signals and screaming to start a popsicle making factory down there. I think that's the very best that I could do. So, Dr. Fatpacker, tell us a joke.
Well, I have a new feature called Bad Jokes.
Bad jokes.
But I'm going to tell these at the beginning so everything else sounds funnier, So speaking of Alaska, I saw this polar bear walk into a bar and he says,
"Yes,
I'll have a beer." And the bartender said, "What's with the big paws?" And the polar bear goes, "I don't know. I was born with them."
Oh, da 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 da. Okay, go ahead.
So the neighbor came over the other day and wanted to borrow a ladder. And I said, "Well, this is my step ladder. I never knew my real ladder."
Oh, those are bad jokes.
Thank you.
Homeless Charlie, tell us a joke.
Well, one Friday evening, Bob left work, but it was payday. So instead of going home, he stayed out the entire weekend, partying with his friends and spending his entire wages. When he finally appeared at home on Sunday night, he was confronted by his angry wife and was barraged for nearly 2 hours with a tirade befitting his action.
Yes.
His wife stopped the nagging and said to him, "How would you like it if you didn't see me for 2 or 3 days?"
Uh-oh.
And he said, "Well, that would be fine with me." Well, Monday went by and he didn't see his wife, and Tuesday and Wednesday came and went with the same results.
Yeah.
But on Thursday, the swelling went down just enough where he could see her a little out of the corner of his eye.
Well, guys, that was nasty. For Christmas, my son and my daughter-in-law gave me one of these. It's like a bean bag or a corn bag. But what you do is you put it in the microwave for 2 minutes, and it heats it up really nice, and you take it to bed with you.
Yeah.
Right? Well, yeah. I got a real problem because I've become emotionally attached to the beanbag. And it's not wanting to take the beanbag in bed with me. It's I have to take the beanbag in the bed with me, feel its warmth, feel its spirit, and I think I'm falling in love. That's Dr. Pat Packer. Tell us a
Do
joke.
you live in Alaska?
Dang. Oh, yeah. Val, here we go. An architect and an artist and an engineer for discussing whether it was better to spend time with the wife or the mistress.
Yes.
The architect said he enjoyed spending time with his wife, building a solid foundation for an enduring relationship. The artist chuckled a little and said he enjoyed spending time with his mistress because of the passion and mystery that he found there. The engineer goes, "Well, I like both." And then they go, "Both?" He says, "Yeah, if you have a wife and a mistress, they will each assume you are spending time with the other woman, and then you can go to the plant and get some work done."
Oh, exactly.
Oh, and I like that one.
Homeless Charlie, tell us a joke.
Well, I found out that doctors have just identified a food that can cause grief and suffering years after it's been eaten.
Wow.
Oh,
It's called a darn wedding cake.
A darn wedding cake.
I think he's writing that one down.
Guys, I have an apology. I last week I soundly criticized Rosie O'Donnell. All right, and I shouldn't have done it. So what I have done is I'm getting Rosie O'Donnell a new job. Right, tomorrow I'm going over to her house and I'm going to take off all her clothes and spray paint her from top to bottom yellow, and give her a brand new job as a school bus. That's what I'm going to do. Dr. Fat Packer.
I see you have a new feature with bad jokes also.
Well, same to you, pal.
Yeah. So I was in the bar the other day, and these two husbands, they were having a conversation. And the one goes, "My wife's an angel." And the other one says, "Oh, you're lucky. Mine's still alive." It's safe for them to say things like that in the bar.
In the bar, exactly.
Yeah.
Homeless Charlie, you've been in bars before.
Oh,
Yeah, a couple times.
Go ahead, tell us a joke.
Do you know what happened 160 years ago this summer?
no, Boz.
California became a state.
Really?
Back then, the people had no electricity, the state had no money, and almost everyone spoke Spanish. There were also gunfights in the street.
Wow.
So basically, nothing has changed except back then, women had real boobs and the men didn't hold hands.
How times have changed. How times have changed. Well, my second marriage, you guys know this, it failed. But you know why?
No, why did it fail?
Well, because that invisible fence thing, that they use for dogs.
Oh, yeah.
I was going out and staying out late so many times that my wife put one of those collars around my neck so that I wouldn't go in the bars anymore, right?
Oh, ouch.
I found the entire experience shocking. That's Dr. Fatpacker, tell us a joke.
Well, I was listening to the neighbors the other day, and the little girl in first grade, and she was doing very well, especially in spelling. So one day she was at home and she wanted to study some new words when her mother said, "Spell the word knit." And she said, N-I-T. And her mother says, no, try again. And she said, N-I-T. And her mother says, "Now, honey, I know you know how to spell this word. Try it again." And she goes, N-I-T. And her mother goes, "Well, that is not correct. The correct spelling is K-N-I-T. And she goes, "Mom, the K is silent."
Exactly. Well, Mom should have known.
Yeah.
What a badger mom was. Almost Charlie, tell us a joke.
Well, the IRS this year has returned my tax return after I apparently answered one of the questions wrong. The question was, do you have anyone dependent on you? And I wrote 9.5 million illegal immigrants, 1.1 million crackheads, 3 to 4 million unemployable scroungers, 80,000 criminals in over 85 prisons,
Wow.
650 idiots in Washington. The IRS stated the answer I gave was unacceptable. So I wrote back and said, who did I leave out?
Well, guys, you remember the Jackson 5, right?
Oh, yeah.
But what you don't know, it was originally the Jackson 6.
Oh.
And you know that I'm into show business. I was the 6th member of the Jackson 5. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Well,
What happened?
well, I got fired because one, I couldn't dance.
Yeah.
And number two, I couldn't sing that high. All right. Unless somebody swatted me in the crotch. That's what I can't do anymore. So
That
I
doesn't
got
sound like something you want to go through. Yeah.
I was off the team. Anyway, Dr. Fatpecker, last one.
Oh, Val. So I heard this little boy was excited because his mom told him he was getting a baby brother. And he kept telling that to his teacher day after day. Every day when he came to school, I'm getting a brother, I'm getting a brother. One day his mom allowed him to feel the baby kick in her belly.
Yeah.
The next day he came to school and didn't say a word to the teacher. And the teacher says, oh, is there anything wrong? What happened to your brother? And he goes, I think mommy ate him.
Oh, I was like,
How confusing.
Almost Charlie, last one.
Well, say what you will about women, but I think being able to turn one sentence into a 6-hour argument takes talent.
It does take talent. Well, at Christmas time, I have a pet chicken, right?
Oh,
Really?
And the chicken ate something that was not agreeable to my pet chicken. And anyway, ended up getting diarrhea all over my apartment.
Oh,
What?
darn.
But on the plus side, it tasted like eggnog. That's
Oh, okay.
anyway. We're done. We're out of here.
Last
So
one.
we're coming back next week with more videos. But before we leave, we're going to invite a very famous celebrity to be in our very next video. And Dr. Fatpecker, who should we invite for our next video?
Well, we can invite, how about Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan. He's tall.
Yeah.
He's talented. He's
right.
old.
He's
I
much
will,
older.
yeah.
Michael
But-
Jordan, you're going to be on our very next video. You have to check in at funnyoldguys@gmail.com. And Michael, if you don't check in 24 hours, guess what? You're going in the trash bin. So
Oh, my goodness.
this is the comedy thief in the darkness of night saying goodbye and passing it along to Dr. Fatpecker for his farewell.
I just happen to think that Michael Jordan is so tall that if he comes on a video with us, all we get was this.
Well, exactly. Michael, you're off the video.
Good night, everybody. You have a nice day. Before I go, I'd like to remind you, don't forget to subscribe, because those were good.
That's good. And Homeless Charlie, with your beautiful wig and your wonderful mustache, say goodbye to the boys and girls in Videoland.
Ooh.
Well, goodbye to the boys and girls in Videoland.
That's it. We're out of here. Everybody wave goodbye. We'll see you down the road. Everybody wave. It's been really great.